Welcome back to ITV Nightlife, where we feature the best of nightclubs and DJs from around the world. I'm your host, Darren, and right now we're sitting in Club Paula. Sitting next to me is the one, the only, infamous Eric, music connoisseur Gustafson. Eric, how's it going this evening?
It's going well, Darren. How are you?
I'm doing great. So we're at Paula tonight to check out the show. I want to know a little bit about why you're here at Paula tonight and what you do around the Portland area.
Actually, my main reason being here at Paula tonight is just to support Eva. She's a good friend of mine, and always nice to have her down in Portland. So pretty much it, yeah. And Tony, been with Tony for a while. So.
All right, and now you don't just make it around to the nightclubs in the Portland area. You travel a little bit. Tell me a little bit about that and your experiences in going around the nation and other cities.
Wow, well, spent a lot of time going up to Seattle, making the run up there. They have a great electronic music scene up in there, up at Seattle, and just so happens that Eva's up there as well. So for actually quite a few years was making the trek almost every week to go up and catch the Definition series that they were doing up at Knock Knock with her and BPM, Brian up there. And that was great. In fact, that's, well, just about when Eva and I became pretty good friends. And so, like I said, always a treat to have her down here, but Seattle's been a great place to go. I have a really good friend of mine that DJs down in the Bay Area, and she's actually played up here a few times, and anytime I get a chance to go down there and catch her play, it's great. And some of the bigger things, this weekend is Memorial Day weekend, so Movement, the Detroit Music Festival is going on. In fact, just kind of in honor of the weekend, I listened to some
Nice.
Detroit technos from a couple years ago. Been to that 3 times, and always itching to go back. And speaking of Seattle, another good friend, Chloe Harris, is actually playing there this weekend. It's just fantastic to see her get a really good gig at Movement and really get some more exposure here. She's been doing really well in London, and I think it's going to be really good for her. So it's always nice to see local folks, actually, and people that I know, get up there and get some really good exposure. Some other things. One of the best, actually, top concerts I ever went to, shows, was Underworld, and still one of my top favorite bands, acts, artists, whatever you want to say, down in San Francisco a few years ago. It was post Aaron Emerson, but still just an insane show. And again, I can still just relive a lot of it right now thinking about it. But that was a good show. And some of the other stuff, I just got back from Coachella Festival, and didn't do so much of the electronic music stuff down there. It was great to get a good taste of everything that was going on. Paul McCartney, what awesome to see a legend like that. Leonard Cohen was great, but the folks that really did just tear it up for me was a band from Australia called the Presets. They kind of do this industrial pop electronic stuff. It's a duo from Australia, I think, like I said, and it was insane. They just blew it up.
So, in addition to doing all this traveling and seeing all this stuff with music going on around the world, you have a hobby. And your hobby is?
Pretty much 2 wheels, motorcycles.
2 wheels,
yeah,
motorcycles.
And I'm frequently listening to Eva's sets or The Perfect Sin. Cynthia's here, listening to their stuff, or Chloe Harris, or my friend Amber down in San Francisco, or just other stuff that I can pick up. So yeah, if I'm on the bike, I've always got tunes in the ears too.
Awesome. Now, and how safe is that? Because I don't think you could hear much when you got some house or some progressive, blasting away in your ears off your iPod or iPhone.
Well, it's you get the earplugs in and the music going on. It makes things actually a little bit quieter. The tunes just just kind of get in the zone.
Awesome. And now, what kind of bike do you have? Because I saw a couple bikes, with these big fat tires on the back of them coming down here today from Seattle. So you got one of those kind of bikes? You got a hog? You got a?
It's a really bad hobby for me. I actually have 3. Depends on what I'm doing. I have a dual sport for going off road. I have a Yamaha that's more of a sport touring bike for going on trips. I've got some stuff going on, and then I have a Triumph sport bike for when I want to go, insanely fast.
All right. So if you had a person, a celebrity, or some name in the industry that you'd want to hang out with, go check out their set, no matter where it was in the world, what would be the person and what would be the location that you would put together to make that happen?
Wow, I still would. it's kind of a toss-up because, like I mentioned already before, I mean, Underworld, I'd go pretty much anywhere to see Underworld. In fact, they're going to be in LA in August, and actually with Tiga, who's a really good DJ that I like, and I'm really tempted to go there. Obviously, I would love to go somewhere else, but in the world. But another one would be like Mistress Barbara. I'd like to go see her, like in or kind of the home area, either up in Canada or her, home away from home in Spain. So those would be the two.
All right. And do you like document or take pictures of all the events you go to? You try to make it in and get pictures with your favorite people and post them up anywhere?
Not too much. A few there up on MySpace. It's MySpace/Ride Triumph, all one word.
Okay.
But there's a few up there. I generally just go for the music and enjoy and kind of have a good time. A lot of pictures I got from Coachella Festival and those kind of things. But just generally more just go and listen and dance and support my friends that are playing.
Sounds like you have a lot of fun out there on the road and actually in your own hometown as well.
Yeah.
I mean, phenomenal DJs are always a great sight to see, especially when they move the crowd, they make it happen, they make the night, and you just wake up the next day going, I saw a phenomenal show last night. Especially when you're able to get right up and close and personal with the DJs. I mean, in a venue like Paula, it's not 5,000 people.
Right.
And you're watching it from so far away, you're actually right there and you can see the DJs playing and say hi, and how's it going? So that's just a phenomenal thing. So it's definitely great talking to you. Is there anything you want to let our ITV viewers know about before we let you go and get out to the show?
It's been interesting over the many years I've been going out and checking out a lot of the scenes here in Portland and Seattle. I mean, there's a lot of things that have changed. Portland especially tends to be a fairly fickle crowd, and a little bit more so, I think, than Seattle. And so a lot of venues have come and gone in the years that I've been going out and doing that. So, if there's people out there that you really like and you really enjoy, it's just really important to support them. And, folks like Cynthia and Eva and some of the others like Chloe, I mean, they've become friends of mine, and, I support them 110%. And I think if there's somebody out there, especially if it's someone from your hometown that, that you like, that you should just get out there and support them. Actually, even no matter where it is, I mean, kind of get over the fickleness and I'm not going to go to that space, or I'm not going to go there. I mean, I think it's just about supporting your friends and supporting people that you like, and keeping them out there.
Awesome. Well, we'll let you get out to your friends. I know they're going to be starting up here pretty soon.
Yeah.
So thank you very much for coming on ITV.
You're welcome, Derek.
Absolutely. Don't forget you can go to our website, itvnw.com, where you can register to become an ITV VIP member, enter to win free prizes, and win guest appearances on the show. This is Darren and Eric Gustafson coming to you from Paula in downtown Portland. We'll be right back.